Hey guys, how are you doing? Today we wanted to show you something that I have experienced with my student as a pose that a lot of you struggle with, and ultimately is because we don't do it correctly. And so if we learn to do it correctly, it becomes much easier, and ultimately you're strengthening and working with the proper muscle group, and you're not contracting into the shoulder blades and bringing the shoulder blades together. And this pose, you know it, it's Chaturanga. So let's jump into it. You can come onto your plank pose and do it with me. First of all, what you're aiming to have in your plank pose is both hands underneath your shoulders, both toes underneath your heels. And we'll start with the knees down. So we have less weight to work with, and then we can really see which muscle group we work with. So what you want to do is imagine that your arms are the only thing that are going to be moving. So you keep your spine in the same position, because what tends to happen is that we come into the shoulder blades and we release the weight of the upper body down, and we compress into the shoulder blades, which is not what we want to do, because then we hurt ourselves and we kind of wrap the bones together, which is not what we want to have. Plus, we're not strengthening the proper muscle groups. So, hands underneath shoulders, pressing down with the fingertips. Imagine that you're bending elbows, only the elbows, right? The upper body is not moving. The other thing I want you to focus on is two things. First of all, imagine a plane landing. This is the action we'll be doing with the upper body. And the second thing is, imagine that you're opening a jar with your hands. So you're pushing towards external rotations with your hands and upper body. And see how my hips are shifted forwards in order to really feel the weight of my body going down. I don't keep my hips above my knees. So I shift forwards, same thing when I'm in plank, yeah? Shift forward and then bending elbows down. Thinking of the plane laying down, opening the jar, and then you can open up into your cobra pose. All right, so if we are to do it in the proper plank position, it's a little bit more difficult because, like we saw, there's much more weight and we need to activate our muscles much more. But if we do it slow, if we breathe, and if we do these little actions of the external rotations with the arm and the landing plane coming forward with the upper body, it's really easy. Well, we'll get there too. We'll make it easy by practicing, obviously. So bending the elbows, not coming together into the shoulder blades, plane coming forward, and then opening up into either your up dog or your cobra pose. And then coming back onto your knees. Two things that I see a lot is people going down flat. They don't think about coming forward, which is ultimately what you want in order to help you to transition onto the next pose, which most of the time is a heart opener. So this will help you. And second of all is really this action of compressing into the shoulders. And you really want to work with shoulder not moving. So you can use the strength of your arms. Because if you were to ask someone around you, and I would recommend you do this if you can, ask someone to look at you from above and look at the actions that are happening in your shoulder blades. If your shoulder blades are coming into one another, ask them to place their hands in between your shoulder blades in order for you to press and develop the awareness of what it means to keep your upper body in line. And from there, you can just work towards bending your elbows and not coming forward with the chest, compressing lower and back, compressing abs, while letting go of the muscle engagement in the abs and compressing the upper body. So give it a go, let us know how you go, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more of those little adjustments and alignments for your body. Thank you for tuning in.